Welcome to government class. In today's government class, we'll be looking at some of the problems of Nigerian federalism. Nigerian federalism is faced with numerous problems right from the colonial period of administration. These problems were created due to the fact that Nigeria is a country characterized by diverse ethnicities and tribal groups with different languages, customs, traditions, and religious backgrounds. So some of these problems, the problems that were faced with Nigerian federalism came as a result of the fact that we had diverse ethnicities, we have different tribal groups, different languages, different customs, different traditions, and different religious backgrounds. And some of these problems are revenue allocation, state creation, the problem of federal character, and many more. And we'll look at these problems as we proceed. The first problem we'll be looking at is revenue allocation. Revenue allocation can be defined as the process of disbursing incomes and resources derived in a country amongst the tiers of government for national interest and development. So revenue allocation is the process of distributing incomes and resources derived in a country among the different tiers of government, where in the case of Nigeria would be the federal government, the state government, and the local government for national interest and development. Revenue allocation is one of the problems facing Nigeria federalism, and it came up around 1946 when regions were created in the country, and also in 1954 during the introduction of full federalism by the late 18th Constitution. Revenue allocation was one of the problems that came up when federalism was introduced in Nigeria in 1946 with the creation of regions. That was not true federalism. And then in 1954 when true federalism was created in the country. When true federalism came to Nigeria, revenue allocation has always been a problem right from the pre-independence time when Nigeria was divided into regions. So let's take a look at some of the criteria or the sharing of revenue among the federal and state. The sharing of revenue among the federal, state, and local governments is based on certain criteria and constitutional procedures. So, sharing of revenue between the different tiers of government, between the federal, the state, and the local government, is based on certain criteria and constitutional procedures. Sharing of revenue and other resources has caused controversial issues in the country, and the problem caused has been thorny and endless. The problems caused by revenue allocation is endless, and it has been very, very, in some cases, brutal to some people. And this is a problem that has been affecting Nigeria's federalism right from time. Different commissions has been set up by the Nigerian government to look into this problem. Different allocation formulas have been recommended and used, while some were rejected by the citizens. So different commissions has been set up to look into the problem of revenue allocation, and the allocation formulas that were recommended by this commission, some were used and some were rejected by the citizens. To arrive at an acceptable and equitable revenue allocation formula has proved difficult in the country for many years, and this led to the mobilization for the establishment of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC, in 1979 and 1999. So because of the difficulties in finding an acceptable and equal way to distribute the revenues of the country amongst the federal government, the state government, and the local government, it led to the establishment of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation, and Fiscal Commission in 1979 and 1999. And with this, we've come to the end of this class. In the course of this class, we looked at revenue allocation as a major problem of Nigeria's federalism. We looked at the fact that commissions were even set up along the line in order to find an equitable and acceptable way to share the country's resources. In the next class, we'll be looking at some of the principles of revenue allocation in Nigeria. And I'll see you at the next class.